y'all know what day it is? New mold day. Christmas is cool. I love my birthday, but new mold day, man, those are always fun and super special. And I have got a dandy to share with you today. This is the brand new 6.6 inch Epic Marathon worm. Check that guy out. I've shot and owned these flange style worms before, and in my experience, this one is a little bit different in two ways. One, the body is chunkier on this one. The ones that I've shot before started pretty thin and they got thinner and thinner all the way to the tip, which is the second thing. It's more of a finesse worm. See how it's got that finesse worm look that tapers down right here and then comes back out. It bulbouses back out and then the flange. So if you like to throw a finesse worm, maybe a little bit more on the chunky side, and you like the flange deal, this is the best of both worlds. It's gonna look awesome in the test tank, by the way. We are gonna put this guy on a shaky head or something, so make sure you hang around to the end to see that. I have got a dandy of a changeable color that I'm super excited to show you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. And here we go, 1 cup of BaitPlastics 242, which is the norm here. We're gonna do cutthroat trout, which I know we've done on the channel before, but boy, do I have a nice little twist that takes it to a whole nother level. If you haven't seen this color yet already, you are in for a treat, because this one on its own, oh my lands, is it spectacular. You can see you get kind of this light green, kind of olive, watermelony look to it, and this copper core that goes all the way through. You could add just a touch of flake and be good to go. But we're gonna take it up a notch, as I mentioned. First up though, we do need some flake, and I love this green pumpkin. We're gonna go with 1/8 of a teaspoon. To that, we're gonna add 1/16 of a teaspoon, same color stuff, only downsized to the 015. Isn't that a cool flake? Look at that, green pumpkin flake. Definitely one to put in your arsenal if you don't own it already. All right, let's give that a little stir. This is essentially the recipe that I had shown you prior, and that in and of itself is dynamite. So how are we going to take it up a notch? 2 things. Since it kind of has that watermelon vibe to it, I really wanted to see this with just a pinch of red. I mean a real small bit. So let's do 1/32 for an entire cup. So 1/2 of a 16th, just enough to show a little bit of red sparkle now and then. Think of it as almost a play off of watermelon red, but not quite as saturated with the red. But we're not done. Now the coup de grace. Hollow shift. This one is called Vice City, and it has got a copperish thing going on. Oh my goodness. When you add this to this blend, and I'm talking just a little bit, 1/32, so 1/2 of a 16th, once again, it does magical things. It's part of the Aurora line, as you can see, it's white. So let's just get you guys in frame. Drop that in. See the copper stuff already? Watch this. Ooh, look at that. It just takes that, oh my gosh. It's so good. It's so freaking good, man. It takes that copper core to a whole nother level. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to see this in this worm. 8 ounce into single injector today. Since we're doing a changeable that gives us 2 colors with 1 cup, we don't need the dual. Love a good changeable. as with any ribbed bait, you can see how slow I'm going. 9 times out of 10, slower is better. So you give time for the air to escape as the plastic fills in each one of those ribs. We are cooled off. Let's open this guy up together and see what we got. Alright. We're gonna come down on that side. Oh, yes. Oh, my lands. See what I'm talking about? 2 colors. You've got that copper core. As the light passes through, you get that beautiful, light, watermelon-y kind of deal. Oh, look at that. Look at how the light goes through it. Ah! I love it. And that Vice City, it just takes the whole thing to another level. I know we use 8-bit baits, hollow shift stuff all the time on this channel, but it's because I love it. So if you're not using it, you gotta go check it out. I know it's expensive, but it's worth every penny. Even if you pick just a couple highlights that you really like, the stuff that you've seen here on the channel or on other channels, and you only pick up 1 or 2, it'll last you a long, long time. So go check them out. You won't be disappointed, because you get stuff like this. Man, oh man, oh man. Love the shape of this worm too. You see how much chunkier it is? I mean, it's truly a finesse worm. Both sides are rounded. There's not a flat side, which is kind of typical for a finesse worm. This is round all the way around, but it's just got some meat in it. And then it tapers down and comes right back out, and it's a flat taper to the end. So if you like to swim a worm, right, just reeling it in and maybe bouncing it and reeling it in, bouncing it, whatever you want to do, the taper of not only thick to thin to back to bulbous, but thick to thin back, that thick part at the very end, and then it's flat. So you get kind of this thing going, and then the flanges on top of that. Man, we need to see this bad boy in the test tank. Let's see if it looks as good in the water. Oh my gosh. Holy moly, that looks good. Look at that. Changeable. And the Vice City doing its thing. Oh, it's a perfect amount of red. That's so good. And this worm, I mean, the flanges on the end, swimming a little bit. Look at that swim. Look at it swim. Holy moly. That's on a shaky head. If you put it on a jig head or something, oh, it'd be even better. Oh my gosh, this thing is so gonna get bit. Oh, I could sit here and do this all day. I really don't know what more needs to be said. I mean, if you like finesse fishing, if you like worm fishing, if you like finesse worm fishing, if you like to swim your finesse worm from time to time and wish that your favorite finesse worm tapered down to a nice flat tail and had some sweet flanges on the end, well, look no more. Epic has got you freaking covered. One changeable today. We will revisit this one in the near future and shoot a laminate, so you can look forward to that. Until then though, thank you for watching as always, and until the next marathon worm, I'll see you guys in the shop.